of Ohio State, the #2 seed. That's the one featured on the left. And of course, Keddy from Iowa in the black singlet. Going right at Pucillo.
Well, he needs to turn around. Whoa. Because he hasn't beaten him. Pucillo started out at Hofstra. He was an Ohio legend, but he went to wrestle for Hofstra for Tom Ryan, and then Tom Ryan became Ohio State's head coach. He said, "Coach, I got to stay with you, and I'm going to come back to my beloved Ohio," and he's glad he did. Big Ten champ, Mike Pucillo.
These two have met. Pucillo won 3-2, so it was close. And I don't think it has anything to do with this match anymore. This is something unique when you come to an NCAA championship, perform in front of thousands and thousands of people in this kind of atmosphere. It'll be interesting to see how both handle it. Pucillo 6th in the '07 Nationals.
And there's a lot of similarities between these two because they're not the most highly technical wrestlers. They're grinders. They get after it. They're going to push, look for inside positions, and they never quit. Both of them, it's like kind of Ram Tough commercial. They're going after each other. Both improved a lot over the year.
Branch told me that Keddy is very explosive. We saw that right at the start with the underhooks and driving them all over the mat. And he said with distinction that Keddy is the most improved Hawkeye since last year. There, beautiful throw by with an underhook. Keddy draws first blood with that takedown.
A great strategy and tactics by Keddy because he knows that Pucillo has good shots, lower leg, and he loves to work the headlock, the front headlock. Here's Keddy going underneath. Look at this. Just like you said, Jeff, the underhook, throw by, covering the hips.
I nearly put him on his back there. Nearly put him on his back.
That was just a power move there. There's the escape for one for Pucillo.
Pucillo out of a state that just pours out great wrestlers. Keddy comes in from Utah, where every once in a while somebody comes out. But he says, you know, I came to Iowa for a reason, and he has just continued to improve. He wasn't highly touted and has made a great strides. Here he is going up against Pucillo, who won the Big Ten championships just 10 days ago.
And it seems Pucillo backs away from those underhooks a little bit, but you're right. He does like to shoot. Very, very aggressive. Good motion. I was impressed with his motion early in this tournament, and solid cardio. He's there at the end of the match.
Jeff, when they come into a clinch like this, what is each wrestler looking for?
It's not so much what you look for, but what you feel.
Okay.
And if you feel a lot of drive where he's really pushing on his toes, you sidestep, redirect that energy, and it's almost like a bullfighter. You let the bull go by and hit him in the flank. And that's really what setups are all about in wrestling. Unbalancing your opponent in an anticipated way so you can capitalize on the reaction.
You get him leaning one way, you let him continue to lean, and then you
fire the other.
Fire the other way.
And usually off of a hold, you have a power move, one that you can go directly to, and if the man really fights that, the off move, the counter move.
In the other match, a lot of blood from the ear of Varner-Kish of Minnesota. They've stopped that match a couple of times.
That poor wrestler can't avoid injury. You see his shoulder all taped up. He hurt that at the Big Tens badly, and now problem with the ear.
Kish is courageous. He's a senior. He says, nothing's going to stop me. His shoulder went completely out at the Big Tens. He comes back. He's had injury problems throughout the year, and very courageous young man.
Quick escape over on our other match by Keddy to go up 3-1.
You just get the feeling that Phil Keddy's one of those guys that looks Coach Brands in the eyes when he's talking to him. Never blinks. Coach is saying, you can be great, and he's starting to believe it. And and Coach Brands is willing his wrestler to become a great wrestler.
I love, too, in the conversation Brands had with our own Quinn Kessney. Didn't really want to talk that much about the past. What's in the past is past. That's in the rearview mirror. Let's look through the windshield now at what's next. And he immediately wanted to talk about, we've got a big match coming up, okay? What we've done so far, great. But we've got Keddy going next, and we're really focused on that.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about what they've done so far. It has an effect on Phil Keddy. He is fired up because of 5 for 5. He says, I do not want to be the first guy to go out. So it has a lot to do with the future. And Coach Brands, of course, is going to point to the future because what's done, you know, it's past.
It's not where you've been, it's where you're headed. And Pucillo is seemingly now starting to carry the match. He's the one driving in, causing reactions out of Keddy. Potentially set up one of his leg shots. And the whole idea, again, is feeling the pressure, redirecting it, taking your opponent out of his defensive stance so he's vulnerable. That is when you have the best